This is a place for planting, for digging, for harvesting, for relaxing. It's a place to get your hands dirty, but most of all, it's about having fun. And that's what you'll always have when you're in the garden with Doug Oster. You want a green thumb too, don't you? Well, every gardener knows beyond planting, there's maintenance to do, and today we're talking all about deadheading, and we're starting with garlic. I love garlic more than anything, even tomatoes, and what we're doing today is we're removing these seed heads. They're called scapes, and we're doing that because when we remove the seed head, what the plant wants to do, it wants to grow, make these seeds, and put energy into that. We don't want energy going into the seeds. We want energy, in this case, to go down into making big bulbs. So if we get these scapes off, then we're going to get big garlic bulbs, and that's what we want. And the wonderful thing is these scapes are actually edible. So that's our first job of the day, and we'll be doing this scape cutting the next 2 weeks or so, and I like to get them early when they're really nice and tender. Well, these are going to make a great pesto. All right, I've got about 100 more head of garlic to do, and then we're going to work on some other plants. But check this out. These are the spring tulips. We've removed the seed heads, so again, they'll put their energy in to the making the big bulb, but we have to leave this foliage here until it turns completely yellow. Yes, it's ugly. What you do, instead of looking at this, look at your beautiful garlic. All right, back to work. We're revisiting my favorite climbing rose, Zephyrine drohine, and again, what the plant wants to do is put on these flowers, then buds and seeds. If we start cutting off these rose hips, we'll encourage the plant to branch out and maybe send out some more buds. When our annuals really take hold and get going, we'll be doing the same thing. It's nice that most of those plants are pretty good at doing that on their own, but this is something I always do. I want to keep this blooming as long as I can. We will have another flush of blooms in this rose, no matter what, in probably a month or two. All right, let's continue the deadheading trail. This is a really cool pea called Sugar Magnolia Purple Snap Pea from John Sheepers. And this is actually a form of deadheading as we harvest them, hoping that the plant will continue to put on those beautiful purple flowers. And boy, this is a really nice looking pea, and it's tasty too. If it gets too hot, the peas, they're going to be done. But we'll see if things cool off a little bit and we get some rain. Might put on another flush of peas. We planted these actually on St. Patrick's Day, and they're ready to be harvested. Like I said, we are harvesting when normal people are just starting planting some of their stuff in the garden. Well, I love these peas. They can be picked small as a snow pea or let them go, and you can do them as a shell pea. And they taste great. All right, we're done deadheading. I'm going to show you something that's more rare than a unicorn. It's a hydrangea that actually blooms. If you're looking for a hydrangea that will bloom reliably and just about anywhere, this is one of my all-time favorites. It's from the Annabelle series. It's called Invincible Spirit. And out in the sun, these flowers will be this big. This is basically about 2 hours of sun here. We just happen to be here at the right time, then all shade. But it still blooms like crazy. And the wonderful thing about this plant is that when you buy one, a portion of the proceeds go to breast cancer research. All right, let's finish up. This is a viburnum called Chicago Luster, and I actually bought it for the birds. It puts on these amazing purple berries, which they're supposed to love, but guess who else loves them? The deer ate all the berries off them. I'm going to have to protect it this year. Now check me out online. That's where you can find more garden stories, blog posts, videos, and you can find out how to become part of my Seed of the Month Club. Until next week, there's always plenty of work to do this time of the year. We'll see you then. This is a classic. Join me this Friday for, wait, what is it?
In the Garden.
in the garden. We're gonna walk along the Deadhead Trail. That's something you gotta do to your flowers. It's important, okay? Somebody promised me a falafel.